started in child's pose. Bring those toes to touch at the back of your mat. Knees nice and wide as you extend your arms towards the top of your mat. Just begin to settle into your body. Feeling all of the spaces that are touching the earth. Tops of the toes, tops of the feet, ankles, shins and knees. Maybe the forearms, into the fingers, and the forehead. Just gently roll your forehead from side to side, giving yourself a gentle massage. And taking this opportunity to notice the thoughts that are floating through the brain this morning. And taking a few deep cleansing breaths. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth as you continue to allow the body to settle into this space. Letting go of the thoughts that don't serve you for your practice today. Letting go of any sensations in the body. Just land right here in your practice. Shift that awareness into that heart center and ask yourself, what do you need today? What do you need for this practice to stay connected with the body? And invite that in as your intention. Maybe it's a mantra, maybe it's a word or an affirmation, whatever that looks like for you, invite that into your practice today. And go ahead, inhale, bring yourself up into tabletop. I'm gonna find an extension here in bird dog as you reach your right arm forward and send the left leg back. Draw the belly in towards the spine as you press the torso up to the ceiling. Reaching forward with the fingertips, pressing back through the center of your left heel. Set the right hand down, cross your left leg back behind you, and then go ahead and twist over the right shoulder. Come back center and we switch it up. Send the right heel back. Extend your left arm long. Squeeze into the glutes as you lift. Reach forward, press back. And we set the left hand down, cross the right leg back behind you, and find a twist over the left shoulder. Back to center in your tabletop. Let's go through a few rounds here of cow and cat. Inhale, tilt your pelvis. Drop the belly, lift the chin for your cow pose. And then exhale, tuck the tailbone, round the back, tuck the chin for your cat. Move through here with your own breath. Connected to the rhythm of the body. Taking advantage of the pose here with your full inhale and that full exhale to empty all the way out. Take a little time here in your practice to invite any additional movement that your body might be calling for. Taking some circles with the hips. Inviting movement with the neck. Take the opportunity to check in here. With all practices, make this your own. Whatever is showing up for you in your body today, know that all of you is welcome. And just meet yourself right where you're at today. If feel complete. Let's come to neutral. We come into thread the needle. The left hand is going to stay down. We're going to invite a little flow here first before we land. The left hand is down. Inhale, reach your right arm up. Find the twist to the ceiling. And then on an exhale, send that right arm through. Reach. And then inhale, bring it right back up. Find that twist. Exhale, we reach through. One more time. Inhale, we go up. Exhale, we bring it through, and this time we land on that right side, resting the right side of the face down to the mat or a block. Extend that left arm long here. That left arm can also be resting on the block. You can take it back for a bind. And gently bring yourself back up to center. We switch it to the other side. Our right hand is down. Right arm is nice and strong as we inhale that left arm up. Exhale, reach it through. Inhale up to the sky. And then exhale, reach. One last time. Inhale, we go up. On the exhale, reach and land. Standing on the left side. You press down into the tops of the feet or curl the toes under. Let's play around here with that balance a bit. And gently bring yourself up to center. We're going to go ahead and float all the way down onto the belly. Reaching our arms wide. Like a T, chin comes center. We go ahead and bend the left leg. We're going to reach our left toes over to our right palm. And then we're going to come back to center and then switch it up. Bend the right leg, reach over to the fingers, and then come back to center. Let's do that a couple more times. Left toes to the right fingers. Right toes to the left fingers. One more on each side here. Let's go ahead and land in that center, and we'll come into our shoulder pigeon, bending our left leg, rolling onto that right side. Right arm is extended. Left foot plants behind the right leg. And if this is not accessible today, know that you can use that right arm as a pillow. You can deepen by bringing the left arm up for a bind, reaching it back behind you. You can go further by bending both feet, rolling a little bit deeper into that right hip. And let's go ahead and come back onto the belly, and we switch it up. The left arm goes out, straighten the left leg, bend the right knee, roll onto the right side. Excuse me, onto the left side, planting the right foot. And taking the opportunity here to go as deep as this side will allow. And let's roll back onto the belly, bringing your chin to the back of the hands, bend your knees, and windshield wiper the legs. Go ahead and straighten those legs, slide the hands wide, right underneath the shoulders, and then we're going to go ahead and press ourselves up for Cobra. Press down into the tops of the feet, squeeze the thighs together. And soften the shoulders away from the ears, breath in. And then exhale, lower it down. Inhale, press yourself up into tabletop. And then exhale, let's bring it into a downward facing dog. Invite movement here, do pedal the feet. Maybe sway the hips from side to side. Let's go ahead and walk our hands back to our feet, come into ragdoll. Most feet are hip width distance apart, bending here as much as you like, grabbing onto the opposite elbows, and release the crown of the head. And here you can begin to settle into the feet as you ground down into those four corners, thinking about the mound behind the big toe and the baby toe. Inside and the outside of the heels. Begin to activate the legs. Release the hands, bring the feet together as much as you'd like. Inhale, take a halfway lift for the flat back here. Hold. Roll the shoulder blades together as you reach to the crown of the head. Press back through the tailbone. Adjust the hands here if you need to. Inhale, exhale, we fold. Inhale, we rise all the way up, extended mountain pose, reach up. Flowing with our breath, exhale, we fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, we rise up, extended mountain pose, reach. Let's grab onto that left wrist and side bend over to the right. Inhale, come center. Exhale, let's take it left. A couple more times. Inhale, we go center. Exhale, we float left. Inhale, center. Exhale, the other direction. Inhale, up. One more time. Exhale to the right. Inhale up, one more time. Here we go. Take it to the left. Inhale, we come center, reach. And then exhale, we fold. Halfway lift. And then exhale, let's walk it back out, downward facing dog. And then inhale that right leg forward. Stay here in your high lunge as you plant the hands. Just take some movement here in the hip. Wake up our hips here a little bit. And now let's go ahead and come down to the left knee. You can keep the left toes curled under, or you can flatten the top of the foot. That left hand stays down. Roll onto the pinky edge of the right foot. That right knee opens up as you take that right hand, pressing your right knee away from you as you turn the chest to the inside of the right leg. Allow the head to relax behind you. And let's go ahead and bring it back to our center as we walk that right foot in towards the middle and sink back for half splits. Hips towards the left heel and the right toes towards the face. Draw the belly up and in here, find the flat back as you hover over the right knee. And go ahead and send that right leg back, coming into a high plank. So holding here, draw the belly up and in as you press back through the heels and reach to the crown. Squeezing in through the thighs and the glutes. Breath in, and then exhale, downward facing dog. And then inhale that right foot forward, come into your high lunge. Keep the hands planted as you find some movement here. And now let's go ahead and plant that left foot, come down to the right knee. Right hand stays. Roll onto the peaky edge of the left foot. Twist your chest open to the left. Send that left hand to the knee. And open. Relax the head behind you. Come back to center, come onto that left heel and shift back for your half splits here. Spider the fingers on either side, your hands can be on blocks. Press the tailbone back and bring those toes towards the face. Deepen that stretch here with the hamstring, with the glutes, maybe into the calf. And let's go ahead and set the left foot down, step up with the right. Bring your feet hip width distance apart. We'll come into Padahastasana or Gorilla Pose. We're gonna stand on the palms of our hands. Toes to the wrists, bending the knees here. And then slowly shifting that weight into the ball of the foot. Finding a gentle gaze back to the back of the room. Just feel that expansion here into those shoulders and the upper back as you press down, feeling the push and the pull here. And let's release those hands. We're gonna lower it into a Yogi Squat, walking the feet out a little wider here, letting that tailbone drop. You can also be up here with your elbows on top of the thighs, or bringing your elbows to the inner thighs at the knees, hands to the heart center. Finding your variation here. You can also reach those fingers forward. You want to deepen in that stretch. Just think about planting down into the outer edges of the feet, allowing that tailbone to descend. Tall spine. And let's go ahead and plant those hands, step it back, high plank. Take whatever transition you would like here. Upward facing dog or cobra, tabletop, downward facing dog, your choice. Find your flow. We meet up in downward facing dog. Breath in, empty it out as you float to the top of your mat. Halfway lift and fold. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Sinking into the heels. Go ahead and find the neutral pelvis as you tuck the tailbone a little bit here. Hollowing out that core. Draw the shoulder blades together to lift the arms. Breath in and a breath out. 2 more here. Breathe in. Empty it out. 1 more inhale. And then exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Find your vinyasa. Up dog or cobra. We meet up in downward facing dog. And then bring it into a warrior on the right side. That right foot is forward as you spin down on that left heel. Find the distance you need for your hip bones to shine forward, shoulders shining forward. Squeeze into the glutes as you settle in. Inhale, lengthen through the side of the body, and then exhale, downward facing dog. Left side, warrior one. Adjust for the hips on the left here. Draw the belly up and in, open up the chest. Settle in. Coming back to that intention you created at the beginning of your class. Just land here in your pose, in this warrior. Inhale, exhale, vinyasa. Find your favorite transition and flow through as we meet up in downward facing dog. Find a couple breaths here. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, step or float to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Hold. One more sun salutation B as we come into chair. Sit back on the heels. Give those toes a little wiggle. Tuck the tailbone and deepen. Breath in. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Find your flow. Meet us in downward facing dog. Right side warrior one. Flow right in. Inhale, you rise. Exhale, you settle. Breath in. Breath out. Downward facing dog. Warrior one left. Inhale brings you up. Breath in, exhale, float. Downward facing dog. Shift forward into a high plank. Settle in here. Find it for a couple of breaths. Roll those shoulder blades together. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, side plank on the right. Right hand is down, left arm is extended. Stacking the heels. Stacking the hips. We're going to do a fun little transition here. Go ahead and grab onto your left knee or your left toes. Left foot comes forward, coming into your crescent warrior. And you're going to send that right heel back. Checking in, so your left knee is over the left ankle. You can also be down on the right knee. Giving a little extra support. Squeeze into the glutes as you send that right thigh up to the sky. Nice and strong in your base. Hands come to your heart center. Let's twist it to the left. Think about pulling the belly away from the thigh as you spin here to the left side. Your right hand can be on the floor or a block. The left arm can twist up to the sky. You could be lifted with your torso twisted left and your arms extended long. Take on whatever option suits you today. Find a full breath in, full breath out. Inhale, let's bring it back to center, crescent warrior. And then open it up for warrior two. Again, you want to tuck the tailbone here, pressing into the knife edge of the right foot, feeling into the four corners of the left foot, and allow yourself to just settle right here. Find a gentle gaze over the left fingers. And let's reach it forward. Set the left hand down to the inside of the left foot. Using a block, maybe the fist. Reach that right arm up. Find your extended side angle. Opening up the chest to the side of the room. The right hand can stay high, or you can find a bind. Breath in, breath out. One more inhale. Exhale, unwind. Find yourself in downward facing dog. And let's take that to the other side as we shift forward into a high plank. Holding here. Side plank on the left. Left hand is down, right arm is extended. You can also be here. Left knee down, reaching through the right. And let's go ahead, grab onto that right knee or the right toes. Bring that right foot forward and through, coming into your crescent warrior. Nice work. Breath in, breath out. Settling in here, squeezing into the glutes. Finding that distance from your right heel to your left heel. Hands come to the heart center, and this time we twist to the right. Inhale, come center. Spin it open for warrior two. Adjusting your feet slightly. Finding that front heel to back arch alignment. If you're hanging out on the top, thinking you're all nice and comfortable, see if you have room to deepen just a couple of inches. Knowing that you're only here for a couple of breaths. You know you're not here forever. Settle in. Reach it forward. Find your extended side angle. Adjusting your feet as you need here. Adjusting the pose, adding a block. One more inhale, find some length. On your exhale, downward facing dog. Find some movement here as you pedal up the feet. Sway the hips from side to side. And let's go ahead and bend the elbows, come down to the forearms, keeping the hips high as we bring it into Dolphin Pose. The forearms are parallel, fingers are nice and wide. The belly is drawn in. Step those toes a little bit closer to the elbows. Finding a gentle gaze in between the feet. Playing around a little bit here as we reach that right leg high. Set it down. Reach the left leg high. Set it down. This pose helps you build some strength. If you want to play around with shoulder stands or headstands. This just kind of helps get you into alignment as you engage that core. And let's hold here for 2 more breaths. You can go ahead, bring it down to the knees. Keeping the hips high, Extend your arms a little bit longer. We're gonna come down into puppy pose. So puppy pose, you're gonna lower the chest and then lower the chin so that you can see the thumbs. Now, if you have a block, you have a little bit of space, you bring your chin to the top of the block and let the chest float on the back of the block. Pressing down into the tops of the feet. And go ahead, bring yourself up, press yourself back, downward facing dog. Take a breath in, empty it out, and then go ahead and bring that right leg all the way through the center. Windmill your arms up as you come into a triangle pose. Narrowing that stance a bit in your feet. Reach the right arm forward as you pop the left hip back. Hinge over the right leg. Let the right hand float onto the right shin, the right ankle, maybe to the inside on the floor or a block. Again, you want to open up the chest here. Press down into the pinky edge of the left foot. Feel that length all the way along that left side of the body. You want to bring this into the core a little bit. Bring that back hand, the left hand back behind you, reaching towards the right hip crease. Let's go ahead and look at the right toes. Inhale, rise all the way up. Turn your feet to the wide edge of your mat. Inhale, reach the arms up for star pose. And then exhale, bow, come into a wide-legged forward fold. Planting the hands. Draw the belly up and in. See if you can deepen, maybe to the elbows or to the crown. Let's bring those fingertips to the floor. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Let's go ahead and turn that right foot out at a 45, bend the right knee, and let's go ahead and walk those hands towards the right foot. Coming into a side lunge here on the right side, Malasana. Again, draw the belly up and in here, open up the chest. And now let's go ahead and straighten that right leg, come back to your center. Inhale, rise all the way up, bring those hands to the hips. Turn your back foot to the middle of your mat at that 12 o'clock. And let's take a triangle at the back of our mat. Extending that left arm forward as you hinge. Reach the right arm up to the sky. Again, tuck the tailbone here, find some length. Letting that left hand rest gently on the hand, on your leg or the block. Taking the bind here if you'd like. Keep a little bend in that left knee so some water can move through the joints. And go ahead, take a look at those left toes. Inhale, rise all the way up. One more time, those feet go wide to the wide edge of your mat. Inhale, we reach it up. This time we're gonna interlace our fingers back behind us or grab onto the wrists or the elbows. Take a breath in. On the exhale, take a bound wide-legged forward fold. Release the hands to the floor. Inhale for a halfway lift. Turn that left foot out to a 45, and let's bend the left knee, coming to a side lunge on the left. And let's go ahead, come back to center. Walk those fingers all the way towards the top of your mat as you turn that right foot forward. Step your right foot back, high plank. Hold here and then lower all the way down to the belly. Extending your arms long, palms down towards the back of your mat. Chin is center. I'm gonna lift for locust. Inhale, lift the shoulders, lift the heels. Draw everything in towards the center line. Finding a smooth breath here. And then exhale, we lower down. Take a breath in. And a breath out. Inhale, we bring it right back up. Locust. And then exhale, we lower down, chin to the back of the hands, bend the knees. Let's windshield wiper our legs. Bring those fingers wide underneath the shoulders. Hug the elbows into the body. Press up for Cobra. Exhale, release it down. Inhale, we press up onto the knees and go ahead and bring those legs through. We're gonna roll on down to back for bridge pose. Bring the feet hip width distance apart. Roll down. And then inhale, lift the hips up. Press into the center of the heels. At the top, maybe bring those shoulder blades a little bit closer together. Find a space for that heart to shine to the sky. Pull the belly button back towards the spine. As you press into the heels to lift even higher. And then exhale, slowly lower it down. On your inhale, press back up, bridge pose. Maybe this time you clasp the hands or reach the fingers towards the heels. Press into the heels, squeeze the thighs. Giving your glutes a rest. And then exhale, lower it down. And then one more time, inhale, bridge. Give the chin a little tilt to the sky, allowing the breath to move a little bit easier. And then exhale, let's lower it down. Let's widen the feet out to the side edges of our mat and windshield wiper the legs here. Both knees going towards one side and then switching. And let's just take a moment here to settle in with Supine Twist, both of the feet together. Knees open up like pages of a book. One hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. Connect back with the intention that you created. Feel that vibration all the way through the body. Now let's go ahead and bring the knees together, palms down by your sides, and then bring the knees over your hips, coming into reverse tabletop. And we're just gonna lower our heels and then lift them up. Get into our core a little bit here as we lift and lower. Paying attention to that low back. Extend those legs a little bit longer if that low back wants to pop off. 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back to reverse tabletop. This time we're going to alternate our heels, dropping the right heel, coming back center, drop the left heel, and come back center. Just keep alternating here from side to side. Same thing applies. We want to use that core to press our low back down into the mat. Lengthen the legs if that low back requires a little bit longer lever. Here's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go ahead and draw the knees into the chest. Rock from side to side a little bit here. And let's go ahead and plant the feet. Bring your arms up to a T. We're going to cross our right leg over our left leg. And then our legs are going to float over to the right side for twisted roots. Come back to your center, unbind and switch it up. Let's cross our left leg over the right leg and then float the leg over to the left side. And let's go ahead and come back to center. Bring the knees back over to the hips, grab onto the back of the legs, and just rock and roll here a few times up and down your mat. And after that third time, let's land on that sit bone, finding a balancing pose. Drawing the shoulder blades together. Pull the belly back towards the spine. Pressing through the center of the heels here. Now you can stay here holding on, or you can extend those legs. Release the arms. Just hold here, embrace those quivers just for a moment. Nothing lasts forever. 3, 2, 1. Let's go ahead and rock and roll 3 more times here. On your third time, go ahead and cross those legs. Find yourself in downward facing dog. Reach your right leg high to the sky for 3-legged dog. Bring the heel to the glute, find a twist. And straighten that right leg back out and then bring it through, come into a pigeon pose. That right knee goes towards the right wrist. Your left heel is in line with your left hip. Reach back through the left leg. Draw the belly up and in. You can stay lifted here. Or you can go ahead and hinge over the right hip. Again, allow this to be shallow in the beginning. And then as the breath becomes more smooth, Just notice if there's space to be able to deepen into your practice with this pose. As you're here, do a scan in the body. Just notice if there's any spaces here, if there's any resistance or tension or tightness hanging out. Just allow the body to naturally move through it. Find that breath as support. And then go ahead and plant the hands, send that right leg back as we transition to the other side. And lift the left leg high, three-legged dog. Heel comes to the glute, and then we take a full body yawn here on the left side as you open up. Extend the left leg back up to the center and then bring it all the way through. Landing in your pigeon on the left side. Taking any adjustments you need on this side of the body. Open up the chest. And fold forward if you'd like. Yeah, let's gently roll onto that left hip. Swing the right leg around, extending both legs out long. Let's just pedal the feet a little bit here. And we're going to cross our right leg over our left leg, hugging that knee in. You can stay right here, finding that sensation of the hug, or you can deepen that twist, bringing the right hand back behind you. Pressing down into the sit bones and lengthen through the crown as you rinse around your spine. And then we come center for seated tree. The right foot comes to the inside of the left thigh. Inhale, find some length in the spine, and then exhale, pivot to the left, and then fold. Long spine, pressing back into the tailbone, reaching forward through the crown. Go ahead, slowly bring yourself back up to the center and switch it up. Extend your right leg long, cross your left leg over. Hugging that knee in. Moving the flash if you need to as you take that twist to the left. Untwist for seated tree. Left foot inside the right leg. Lengthen, turn, fold to the right. And you come back up to center, extend the legs long as you roll on down to the back. Reach the heels high to the sky, coming into candlestick or legs up the wall. Draw the belly in to press the low back into the floor and extend the heels high. Those legs become one long lever. And let's hug the right knee into the chest, let the left leg float long onto the mat. Hug the knee in, give it a squeeze. Extend your right arm out to the side and float the leg over towards the left for a supine twist. Gaze is to the sky, over to the right fingers. That right shoulder, stay connected to the earth. And let's roll back onto the center and then switch it up. You hug the left knee in, extend your right leg long. Left arm to the side, and roll over to the right. And let's come back to our center for happy baby. Grabbing onto the inside of the outside of the feet, maybe the back of the knees. Knees come out towards the sides, heels to the sky. Invite any movement here that you would like. Gentle massage on the back. Maybe extending one leg long and then the other. Taking any additional pose here to feel complete with your practice before we move into rest. And when you're ready, draw the knees towards the body. Take a full body hug, a deep breath in, a cleansing breath out, and Shavasana, or any other pose where you find rest. Taking up space. Allow the body to rest and restore from your practice. Just allow the thoughts to float by like a stream of water, allowing them to be as they are. No attachment, no judgment, just simply flowing through. There's no work to be done here. Let's take this time to be present to this moment. As you give yourself this opportunity to relax. To be with the vibration of your practice. To soak up all the beautiful nutrients you created. Honoring the intention that you created at the beginning. Bring the awareness back into the body, into your surroundings. And to begin to deepen your breath. Wiggle the fingers and the toes. Invite movement to the feet and the hands. And gently roll onto either side, using your arm as a pillow for 3 slow breaths. Gently bring yourself up to an easy seat. Hands together to heart center for Anjali Mudra, offering yourself the sign of thanks. Taking a moment here to notice the impact of your practice. Gently bring the eyes open as you come back to your surroundings. Thank you all for joining me for practice. I look forward to sharing this space with you again very soon.